Perfect. Okay. I wanted to start in the ads library today for this one. Something that we were talking about at Smart Marketer this week is about creatives and the hooks that we're using and everything like that, and repurposing the same creative across like the same channel, but like different ways to use it. So for for example, this one here has the same image, anti-lazy gummies, as this one. The only thing that they swapped out is the copy on it. So they're saying that, okay, this image is working well. Let's try it with our different copy there, and they'll have it through different sections as well. They'll have like no stimulants, just superfood mushrooms, and then this one here, no prescription. And they have that across kind of like all of their stuff. They are using like this isn't Adderall or this is not Adderall on different creatives. So they're using it both ways. They'll take like the imagery and repurpose with different copy, or they'll see like the copy that's working well. This isn't Adderall, and then apply that to different imagery to kind of figure out which
Mhm.
one is working and which one's not working, in addition to all their video creative. But also, when we click on let's go back up. When we click on any of these that are like, "This isn't Adderall," us versus them, all of that, that'll also I was too afraid of this to click on it. I am not a scary movie person, and that was too much for me, but when we go to the page, they're having this as an actual page. So this isn't a product page. It is built as like a funnel landing page. Love to see that for them and for us because we love to dissect, funnels over product pages. But they still had, I clicked it earlier, so it's not going to pop up, but they'll still have like their pop up, which will say get 52% off. So their offer here says sign up and save up to 52% off plus free shipping, but that's not their current offer on the page. So they're using that 52% as an anchor to fill out their email pop-up to get access to, their email and stuff. Your email to send you emails. So I thought that was interesting because the highest prescription or subscription discount that you can get is 45% off, but their offer is telling you up to 52% just based on the fact that you can go in and use the pop-up. So that was an interesting call out that I thought that we could chat about because, usually you're saying save up to 45% if that's the number on the page. But one of the cool things also that I liked about this is you gotta see exactly what you're getting. Sometimes what's the best way to put this? Sometimes when people build their pages, they don't have enough image or imagery or content around their product. They'll have just what the bag looks like. And as a consumer, I mean, this one is cool with all the mushrooms and whatnot. But as a consumer, it's like really cool to be like, okay, each day for 28 days, I'm going to open this up and I'm going to have 8 little gummies that I've got to eat. And so it's, like, different than just being like, this is a different product, and it's just all of the gummies are inside of one packaging. It's like, oh, it's like, when you buy your kids little Scooby-Doo snacks and they've got all the little gummies, so it's more of like, "Oh, it's a snack pack," instead of the feeling of like, "Oh, it is actually medicine," or anything like that. So, really cool to display what you're actually getting.
So I think it's interesting though that it's a dark gummy, obviously that goes with the mushrooms, but it's lemon flavored.
Right? It's a
That's
dark purple,
yeah,
um, and the only thing that would make sense that, like, they're playing into the lemon flavor is the yellow packaging,
yeah,
and we already know that your brain is going to associate, like, grape or, like, a berry flavor with that purple.
yeah. Definitely
It's
throw in a little bit of a curveball.
yeah, really
Is that
is.
is that really purple? It looks like black to me, but that it's
Um, it does look black here, but, like,
okay.
even on their ads, it kinda has more lighting. Let's see if we can get an ad to pop up. Yeah.
Yeah.
definitely looks purple in their ads. But it does look almost black there. And I like the call out of the thing here. I'm not very good at reading copy. I mean, it's what I do is put copy on pages for offers and stuff, but I just kinda glance over, so I really like um, when they have, like, both the images and the headlines bolded and the copy, to keep your eyes moving around the page, and they're slipping in their, social proof throughout. They've got some, fun, engaging things, but then they also have like the data. So like our brains require more attention, and then they have these two callouts, and then they can Nutrops can solve both, and that'll take you down to the offer. So also having more data callouts here. One of the cool things about that is it's not super heavy. They don't have you like reading a bunch of stuff. It's like high level. Let's just get those percentages out. The last couple of offers that we've been looking at have been like free plus ship, or like different, like a quiz first, or all these like different combinations. This is just they're trying to get people on subscription. And so we'll come back to the offer. Let's look at the page a little bit more. This is something I've not seen. I'm taking this back to the team today and saying, I love this. How can we implement this? Uh, Join others boosting their brands. And then all of these three testimonials here are based off of the different benefits, like the taste, the value. So they've hand selected somebody saying, like, I tried mushroom powder. Yeah, that mushroom powder sounds awful. So if you're like coming in here and you're like, oh, how is it compared to a mushroom powder? How are the ingredients? What does the taste look like? And you immediately have those social interactions, those testimonials to those specific things. You're not having to go through and trying to find all of that. And they've brought that same categories down into these videos. So they've overlaid it so that way okay, I want to know what it tastes like. I want to know how convenient it is. I want to know what it's like versus, and you can easily click those. You don't have to like guess which one you're going to watch. You don't have to like, oh, let me watch all of them to see if it has the answer to my question. So we will be implementing something like that. I definitely liked that one a lot. This is something I see a lot of brands do. Highly recommend, especially if you have competitors in the same niche. So their other gummies, and then mushroom coffee, just kind of high level. As long as you can make it make sense, like put actual information of how much it costs. You will notice that like they put price per gram. That's probably the easiest way for them to show like a huge discount or a huge price difference between them and the next guy. So even as you're going through, like you can think about like how is the best way for me to show that big price jump between me and the next guy. And then they'll have their more established testimonials and their frequently asked questions. But let's go back to the offer. Three things that I immediately loved about this, because it's one of those, it's a simple offer. They're not trying to do a bunch of gimmicks. So I would really be interested to know like how much they're putting into it and everything like that. And I didn't ask Devin for the business card, so I'm not gonna run through and make a purchase or anything today. But I immediately liked that we have the two options on the same page. Sometimes people are worried about putting two different options, but for something like this, where they do have, they'll probably have a lot of people who are interested in that sugar-free option. It's an easy win, and the low sugar is most likely their flagship. So that's why that's pre-selected. And then they've made it super easy for you to kind of figure out how much you need. A lot of people will say that they have, reoccurring monthly. They made their packs to be 28 days. So they're letting you know that every 28 days you get a new thing. So it's not like, hey, we offer 28 days, but every 31 days you'll get a new pack in the mail, something like that. They made sure that it really aligned with their thing, with their product. And then they also have the one person and the two people. So instead of saying like, hey, buy one pack or two packs, it's like, hey, This is for you. This is for you and your spouse, or you and your roommate, you and your bestie, you and your teenage kid, whatever that might look like. So that clearly identifying one person versus two person. And then the other thing that I like, and I am trying to figure out which brand I want to put this on, is I I just like that they've put the auto ship and save, the subscription in its own thing with the button here. And then it's like, oh yeah, I guess if you want to have a one time, we can put it down below. It is completely separate from their offer. So it's like, hey, here's the offer. And if you want to try it once, that's fine. We'll open up a new thing.
Who
I
are they
see a lot.
using? Who
What was that?
are they using for their subscribe and save?
That's a good question. Let's hop in and see if we can find out any info. They're using Rebuy. Nobody that I know. I don't even know who Social Snowball is. Postscript,
Hmm.
Shopify Pay, Vimeo, Greenhouse. Yeah, I don't know who they're using. Usually it'll say Loop or Recharge or even some of the other ones, smaller
Yeah,
guys.
they have some custom work there. That looks like something Loop could do, though.
Yeah, yeah. Because usually you'll kind of lump it one and the same. You'll have like the one by kind of sneakily trying to put it there, but that button will still be underneath the one. And I
Mhm.
really like that that button, it's a separate button, but it's just for that. And they got some cool things going on with like their hovers and their drop downs, stuff like that. But oh, I didn't click. Oh, I like that too. 9 times out of 10, you can't read the supplement facts. It's really small on mobile. So I bet this opens up really nice. So just one of those things that's like, okay, so they're doing it. Let's also open Koala. That was the one that we were chatting about last week. I am not as skilled as Devin in using Koala because it is newer to me, but let's use our coins and they're up 11%. I want to see what else is going on. You guys, we're going to use all the coins. Also, he's very cute. Have a bounce rate, pages per visit. Hmm, let's see. 77,000 people visiting in May, 110 in July, and they're going up again in September, 104. Most of it's direct email and whatnot. There's no way that they don't have. This has got to be direct from ads. Yeah, Facebook 36%, YouTube 25, Instagram, TikTok, GitHub. So all of it's coming from social. A little bit in US, a little bit or a little bit in France. Their developer in Pakistan. So if they're doing 110, 104,000 visitors, we could backwards track how much we think that they're making each month. But how do I get rid of the koala now? You guys, I broke it. Okay. But this is the offer that they're running. Um, I would say 80% of their ads that I went through and looked through are going to that offer. So it's not like any bells and whistles or anything like that. It's just like, hey, how do we get people, educate them on our product? Because there are other mushroom gummies out there. There is mushroom coffee. Like, how do we stand out? How do we make sure that people see what we have going on and then get them on subscription? And I do like that they're just like, hey, you can try one, but really, let's go for subscription. So, and my
So what is
machine
it?
sounds like it's about to take off, you guys. It's been a day.
What does their PDP look like then? I mean, are they offering the same pricing on just their product page?
Okay, that was something else I wanted to say. So, when I went through and put my email in because I was like, it says up to 52% off. We can get up to 45 on this. We get the email that like lets you know you can claim your discount, use code surprise. Um, so when we use that link, that take us to our secret page, which I thought was really interesting that it's very similar to the page. They've just duplicated it, taken out a couple of sections because they're thinking that okay, you went through, you probably got to here. You may not have seen the rest of the page. Um, so you can, go through and add it to cart and put in that other thing. But I couldn't get to like a product. Okay, there we go. I just kept clicking this and it kept taking me down to there instead of to their thing. I didn't go all the way down to the footer. Okay. For their page, yeah, you are getting a good deal, 25% off on the auto ship and save here. So 60 instead of 47.99. So it
The only
is
thing, and obviously we're kind of jaded by our knowledge, right? Especially having done this.
mhm,
Me looking at this, like I would go immediately to their product page to see what I could get for their product page, and I know that it's a BS discount. The whole thing. I mean, the
yep,
margin on this is probably massive. Um, and then for them just to do, this is just buyer psychology, is all it is. Is they're hoping no one's going to go and see what they're really selling this thing for normally.
yeah. And the other thing is a lot of these subscription offers will like say like, "Oh, 40% off for the first month," or anything like that. Um, this one didn't say that. So it's interesting that they're selling it for $60 on their store, but if you go through the offer, 47.99. Let's see what their checkout looks like. Okay, so their first order, reoccurring 60 bucks every 4 weeks. There's nowhere on there that I saw. Let's put in our surprise code, get our better discount. So that works. That's nice. But it's not until you get till checkout that they let you know that it's coming up in price.
How do you feel about that?
I don't love it. Um, I even searched on the page for first to see if they mention it anywhere. I'm big on, like, give them discounts. Let people know that you're, like, discounting at 40%, 45%. And I love the terminology of, like, saving up to 52%. And so, like, you really have to do your work in order to get that 52% off. But I do want transparency. I want you to say, because all of our subscription offers that we're running will say 40% off, and then one of these check marks will say, 47.99 the first month, then 59.99 every month after, or something like that, to let them know, hey, we're going to go in price. It is not favorable for me for this to be the first time that you're seeing that. And I'm
Mhm.
wondering if they have a lot of people who get to check out, see that, and then drop off. Because that will bring down your conversion rate. I feel it brings down your conversion rate if you're putting any surprises in the checkout, in the process. As soon as you're like, "Oh, hey, just kidding. We're gonna start charging you more," people are like, "Oh, wait, 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 wait." Definitely. Let's
How
see
do
if
you
this
feel about, so for instance, I've been toying with the idea, I ship every 30 days because we've got, 60 capsules. So you got a 30-day supply. But I was thinking about shipping every 28 days instead.
yeah,
Just so that way, if there is just a little bit of overlap or whatever. But, whenever I'm looking at LTV, and for instance, I've got several people that have been with me for, 22 months now. That's an entire extra bottle that I would have sold them, after, what is that, 13 months?
yeah. But if they're then we run into, are they gonna have that extra bottle and then be like, "Now I've gotta pause a
Now
month
pause and never come back.
in
Yeah.
order in order to do that?" Yeah.
Yeah.
There
Good
might
point.
be some overlap in But if you've timed it, if every 30 days and it's a 30-day supply, they should be good, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and the way that most of them do is by weight anyway, so typically you get, 31 or 32 days in there anyways, so
Yeah,
it's fine, yeah.
yeah. Last thing we want is for them to pause or
Mm,
cancel for 1 bottle,
mhm,
and then and then you're like, "Wait, wait, come back."
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't see a Devin hopped on. How you doing, Devin? He's traveling today, so he might not even be a spot to say hey.
Oh, is my audio working?
Oh, we can hear you now.
AirPods, they working?
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, no, I got the email. I was messaging you. I was like, "Are you live? Are you supposed to be live right now?" And I think we sent the email out to the wrong link. So I was just chatting with Eric to see if we can get that link corrected moving forward. These
That's
school lives are. I think it changes the link every time, or because we have multiple, it's just confusing.
Yeah, maybe. He was like, "Is this the right link?" And I saw that it was school. I was like, "Yep, that's good." I didn't click on it. So that is totally my bad, y'all.
All good.
But
We'll send a follow-up email with the recording and everything for everybody.
yeah. I think it was a good one today. I have a couple of things we're gonna take back to the team and implement, I think.
Nice. Yeah, I caught it. I didn't notice Grunge dropped that new product.
Yeah. Yeah, they've been having it out for let me see when they've been running ads for. At least at least since June. I've been getting the Adderall ones in the games that I play with ads, and I was like, "Oh, we gotta take this to the team."
Mhm.
They must be using
Amazing.
App 11.
I don't know. Are they?
If they're
If
going
it's
through
if it's in my
maybe
games that they're using App 11, yes.
more
Yeah,
than likely, yeah. Sorry, Reinhard, what'd you say?
Oh, yeah, I was just wondering, Melissa, if you could put the link in the chat, please, then I'll check it out after.
absolutely.
Has anybody here experimented with ads on App 11?
No, I don't know what that is exactly.
It's like the ads that pop up when you're playing like mobile games.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, I guess that's not my age range.
Gives
Well,
Yes.
you'd be very surprised. You'd be very surprised.
Yeah.
I think it's a very uh, diverse channel. When we were in Denver, Nick Shackelford from Breeze was mentioning that they used it for a little bit, and he got banned from it for whatever reason. I don't think I caught that. Um, but I think right now we're on their wait list as an agency. Um,
Okay.
and I think they're only letting in like really big brands to be on the platform, to utilize the platform.
Yeah, it's
So if we get
I'm just curious what the traffic quality is. It sounds like a lot, but I wonder if it's high quality or low quality.
Mm,
For the Nutrops, yeah, they had, like, over 100,000 visits. So even if you have, like, 3 to 4% of that, I'd have to get my calculator out, but my kiddo uses it for her I need a second calculator. She takes it for her math homework and then never brings it back. Um, but it would be, like 3 or 4% of that you would have to then calculate, and you'd be able to kind of figure out how much we can anticipate for them to do. So I think they're probably cranking it up because it launched in June. They had a little bit of ads, and then even September they had a lot more ads towards it. So I think they're like trying to crank it up and have it as like their new flagship offer for the Groons. I'd be interested to see how much they're doing for sure.
Hey guys, I got a question for y'all while you're here. Um, Melissa and I had talked when we were in Denver, and what we were thinking was um, Chaz and Chad. You didn't have a chance to meet Eric on our team. He couldn't make it out to Denver, but for these lives, combining what Melissa's really good at and what Eric is really good at, and in our world, like our xScale world, we kind of look at that as like promotions. Like, what does the landing page and offer and everything look like? And what is the like communication strategy around all of that? So like one thing that we don't really talk about in school or on these lives is like, what is all the communication and emails and text messages and push notifications? What does all of that actually look like to drive warm and hot traffic to these kinds of offers? Um, would that be beneficial, or do you kind of like this format where it's like quick 35, 40, or 30 minutes, 45 minutes going over like specific offer landing pages?
Well, so it's funny because as you're saying that, I'm going through Nutrops, like their pop-up journey just now because I'm wanting to change mine, but that's just what it is. It's like I really want to figure out like what is the actual customer journey? What is it going to be that, because that's where the conversion starts, right? Is the experience that they're having. So yes, it's not just the offer. Something in the ad is going to have them come over from, Facebook. There's something in that that's going to hook us in. But then it's like that's where the journey begins. And yes, the offer may be appealing. But it's just like Melissa getting to the checkout page. Suddenly you abandon cart, and so what does it look like after that? And so, yeah, I'm here for that.
Awesome. Chaz, Reinhard?
I think for me, I'm just excited to learn anything and everything, and just see what everybody's doing in all sorts of spaces. It's like there's always room for improvement. I think as I was telling you, Devin, I've been doing this 15 years, and we really come from the direct response world where we'll have VSLs or long form sales letters, not these kind of Shopify stores. And so and we've never gotten, we do a lot of revenue off of just affiliates that we've met through the years, mainly email affiliates, but we've never really gotten Facebook, or I should say meta traffic, to work that well until the last few weeks, like 15 years. And then it's just kind of going now. So we're in a way like reinventing ourselves. We've got the back end and the team and all these things that we've used for years that I think we can plug in, but I'm just curious on everything. So I think we all, even if something works, it's always great to see other ways of doing things. And sometimes just a little teeny adjustments can make things pop. It's crazy. I remember years ago we had one product and we tried all these things, and we changed the name of it, and then all of a sudden it took off. Like nothing else changed except the name. It was crazy. And I just learned that sometimes one little tweak on, an email or an SMS or whatever, or some new technology that's better. I mean, there's just all those things. So I love hearing any and all.
Yeah.
Got it.
For me, to be honest, I'm still working on product market fit, right? So I'm just kind of seeing it. Can I get my first landing page lined up so I'm actually getting some sales going? And what is it that I need to do there? And I don't even right now. I'm totally in the dark. What's wrong? Is it or what's off? Is my messaging off? Is the pricing off? Is everything off? So like the discussion about 30 days or 28 days subscription cycle is, for me, it would be way in the future. So that would be like, okay, I don't know, a year down the road, I can tune. But so that's where I am at this moment. And I'm also, to be honest, I'm just doing this alone right now. So I'm not even clear how far I can go by myself with this or not. That's another thing I need to learn. Is like where does that start? Obviously, I'm outsourcing certain things, but the scalability is unclear. I'm just going from development into operational phase, and I'm struggling with that right now. So anything I can pick up at this point, but yeah, it's early on.
Got it. Got it. Well, we'll keep trying to add value to the stuff, and see if there's like I really think pulling Eric into this, it uncovers a world that I think as marketers or business owners we don't really pay too much attention to. It's hilarious when we work with brands. Somehow communications, like Eric's slides, always come last. Email, SMS, like Melissa's laughing because it's like it was literally the meeting we were just on. Why is communications always positioned last? But it's honestly one of the most important things if you're doing things right, especially in our space. 30% of your revenue should be coming from your communications. So that's a significant chunk. So I think it'd be good to start pulling that stuff in, even if like you're not there yet, like you're mentioning, Reinhard. There might be like some little nuggets here and there that he might be able to point out because
Yeah.
he does get pretty technical too, especially with deliverability. Like it astonishes me kind of what he's able to see inside like a Klaviyo account versus like if any of us were to jump in there, I wouldn't catch a lot of that stuff. So we'll look to bring him in and kind of build out these lives a little bit more so they're more encompassing on all of the touch points rather than just like one key area.
I'm excited.
Awesome. Sorry for jumping in, Melissa. I got a tendency to jump into meetings and make them way longer than they should be.
No, that's good. It was perfect because I had thought about the Eric stuff, and then I got on the Nutrops stuff and completely forgot about it. So didn't even bring it up. So that was perfect timing.
Awesome.
Cool. All right. Any other questions before we hop off today?
No, good job.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks, guys. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.